Good morning, good morning, good morning, boys and girls. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, man, I know. Cause we've already discussed that you all probably don't like seeing me as much. I'm sure the lovely Erica Kane is a better thing to talk to and just feel more inviting. But, hey, gotta keep the show moving. We got a lot going on, man. Shouts out to her and all she do out there making it happen, man. I'm grateful to be able to still pop in and do this, man. But we do have an awesome team who's doing their thing out there. Like I said, Erica, making it happen from the Focus Fashion aspect, man. They just had another great casting call for the upcoming Roanoke Fashion Week, which is dope. It's gonna be dope, man, to bring that to the city. They've been bringing hot stuff to the city for these past 2 years now, man. So make sure y'all come check that out. But I gotta talk about Take Back Our Yard, so we're gonna get to that. We're definitely gonna take our time today, because it's some stuff I want to talk to everybody about, man. So we want everybody to get in the conversation. So if you could, man, go ahead. You know how we do. We're gonna go ahead and like this thing. We're gonna like it. Tell me you like it. Get my mic ready. This guy's out of control. You should already be here. Nobody got time for all that. But share. We're gonna go ahead and share this thing, because I really want to hear everyone's opinion upon what's going on, because it's only together we're going to be able to do this thing. We're not going to be able to do it, just keep on saying what should be done. But blessings for those who already stepped up in the room. LaVon's out there doing her thizzle. Seeing Buffy out there woo-weeing for real. Out there getting in. Robin Keelan, what up, brother? How you? Other people who join the room, thank you. Please like and share, tell the people. Because I think there is a lot of great stuff happening. I always do my best to keep positive. Make sure that we stand to the new focus and stand on the positive side of things. But sometimes you have to look at the obstacles that are coming against this, man, in order to be able to really be able to win the game. You know what I mean? So, man, we're going to talk about some of those things together. I saw another article that another business is leaving. They had a lot of jobs. Shouts out to Marcus Williams and Robin Mitchell jumping up here at Trifecta. Shouts out to them. Everybody doing great stuff, man. I really got to keep on sending shouts out to the city right now, because there are alternatives. Yes, violence is here. We're going to talk about it. Our prayers are with the families of those who have been lost in this scenario, and in the things that's been going on. So we're going to talk about that. Rob, what up, man? Rob Harris up in the room. Shouts out to you. But we also want to keep our mind on the big picture of what makes it better. Because everybody can sit here and keep talking about what will make it better. My question to you, what are you doing to make it better? What are you doing? What's your game plan? What's your strategy? Because just talking about it has never got it done. Taylor, what's up? Shouts out seeing you up in the room this morning. Just talking about it has never got it done. And that's one thing that y'all should know about me. I am not about the talk. That talking ish is not what your boy is on. My thing is trying to provide solutions to things, and so that's why we do this still now, going on 7 years, man. 7 years of doing Focus Radio, and being innovative with it. Each year we gave you something different. Of course, we came to the game independently owned. Yeah, we came into the game with that. Then we went to the whole platform of being able to now be able to see y'all from, and I wouldn't dare show this phone because it's in terrible shape. It's really cracked up. To go into an app, mobile app, which those of you who say, well, why don't you get on the traditional radio? Well, traditional radio is being governed by an app right now, but that's a whole other bag of beans. Then we went from there to did a magazine spotlighting and highlighting the ones from the black community that normally don't get their shine. Then we took that into this daily podcast TV show that shows the different stars living local here in the city. And now on this side of it, we can say, hey, we've been doing something about it. So it's not to brag, it's just to say, hey, we always have more time for you guys jump on what we got going on, but we understand that everybody have their own place. But we definitely gonna talk about it today, man. I really want to let you know and feel how I have really embraced the mere fact that regardless, I'm a Roanoke boy. Regardless of where I've been, I'm still a Star City kid. I'm just a kid from BA who just happens to have come back. I just happen to come back home. You know, a lot of people take their talents, take their skill sets, and flourish other places. I did too. Thank God for those opportunities to be able to get it in like I did in Virginia Beach, to be able to get it in like I did in Atlanta, to be able to get it in and get it done like I did in Miami. But to come back home is even more exciting. So that's not a brag. That's to say these are the things and the concepts, some of the mindsets and some of the initiatives we can start putting into place in order to start fixing the current culture. What up, Ronnie Boo? Up in the room, man. But yeah, man, y'all stay here. Of course, this is why we do this. Not only are we one of the only ones who in the middle of our podcast can show advertisements, that's our give back to the small businesses and things that are here. If you all will continue to support this show, not even support it, you just watch it because it's dope. I mean, who else is doing a daily show really jumping on the issues that affect our community? So if you get on that, you're also going to see some other small businesses, nonprofits, independent artists, and all other entrepreneurs who's getting in, not only in Roanoke, but who's just attached to the Star City. And so that's why we do it. Come for the conversation, but stay for the commercials. Marilyn Brown, thank you for checking in. Y'all like and share it. We're going to take a quick break, man, and we'll be back to talk about this violence and these jobs and stuff leaving, man. We're going to take it down this Tuesday, but keep it locked, all right?
It's something that I have, it's something that I was born with, and something that I may always have, may not. I don't know what's in the future for me, only God knows.
Sean and I have been together for 10 years. It has affected every aspect of our life together.
Much more now than I did 31 years ago when my son was diagnosed.
I know that it's an inherited blood disease.
Where some of the red blood cells become crescent-shaped, like the crescent moon or a sickle.
It causes pain crises, it affects organs, it affects every aspect of life.
It could be your brother, your sister, your neighbor, your cousin. Anyone and everyone is affected by this. Basically, I just want to get the word out.
Hey, it's your boy DJ Complex, Take Back Our Yard Foundation. I mention this to welcome opportunity through innovation and enterprise in an area that taught us how to overcome adversity with resilience and integrity. Having a dream that bridges all walks of life to gain a better understanding of the Black American experience while embracing inclusion that adds to the prosperity of Roanoke as a whole. Make sure y'all come out each first Saturday for the Take Back Our Yard Cultural Arts Festival and Concert Series, June 1st, July 6th, and August 3rd.
These people might look similar to you. Some are patients, and some are volunteers. A lot of people without insurance are unsure where to turn. At Bradley Free Clinic, physicians, dentists, and others volunteer to provide free services to people who need them. A healthy community depends on everyone. If you don't have insurance, we can help because we bring together great health providers and the people who need them.
And we're back. I don't know how this happens. Just it's what I guess goes on when you keep people around that's been in your life for years and stuff like that too. Just gotta do what they want. Y'all saw him jump in the feed and say that's not.
Hey, when you close on hand, bruh. When you right by. You right by. Don't get mad at me.
Shout out to Farmer being up in the building, man. Of course, I think it is definitely really it adds to the fabric, because I do know, as one who grew up here in the city, we know about the violence, man. So we'll go ahead and jump up into it. We talked about it a little bit, and I think last week you were on with Erica that shared some of the story of the mere fact that those of us who are old enough and remember the time frame, and as I see Tim Divers jumping up in the room, of us that are grown now, we had a little run of violence that took over, that plagued us for a couple years. Definitely I say from '88 up until at least about '93. We had a lot of different things that kept on popping off, and it's one thing to keep on, looking at the downside of it, because yes, no one deserves to lose their father, son, mother, daughter, whatever relation the person is, which that's, I guess, been, really troubling me lately, just seeing the youngness of these people and where they were at.
First off, I just want to say this morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all did see me in the feed, but y'all don't know I'm close by. So a lot of the youngins, what they don't really get or understand is, let me be Farmer this morning. The hell with it, let me be me. You can sling, you can rob, you can steal. You can do just about anything. And all of that has a shelf life. That body, you can live to you 150 and they might knock on the door and tell you, hey, you remember when you did this right here? Come on with us. Bodies don't go off the book. So that 15, 20 seconds or that hour, 2 hours of rage that you got, you got to find somewhere to place that.
I agree, and that is definitely overall sentiment. However, the reality is this, that I have to say to Roanoke, I do, and I'm definitely probably going to get in some trouble with this, but it's a Take It There Tuesday type thing. I think we haven't taken the full responsibility of our own actions. And knowing that from a community that's already having some trouble finding its footing as far as being productive, in a sense that the poverty goes away, and the fact that we're self-sustaining without having to have outside means funneling into our community, the violence that is happening only adds to the fact that nothing is going to pop up. There's not going to be any new developments in an area that's still considered or looked upon as a war zone. And that's the one thing I think we're not looking at the big picture in. As the biggest city in Southwest Virginia, we are the biggest city on this side. A city is going to have violence. I believe that and this is where I'm gonna get in trouble. And let me get this one off. This is where I'm gonna get in trouble in. I believe that the police presence has to get stronger in their attempt to now be in the community versus the energy I see them doing traffic stops, and just pretty much as present they are in the day. We cannot, and there were thoughts of saying that there's nothing happening after 2 o'clock except for debauchery or whatever like that. But the reality is that when you have a big city, that's one of the reasons why people are in the big city. They like that type of stuff.
First off, let's go on. It's Take It There Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Let's not mince words then. This is a conversation that me and you have all the time. Me and you sit on the porch and we have this conversation damn near daily. What people are failing to realize in Roanoke, Virginia, is that Roanoke City, do y'all understand the back end of that? It's a city. You don't nobody call Salem City and then they go say, oh, well, that's Roanoke County. No. Either it's city or it's county. We have every element of a city. And that's what they try to bring in. And with having that city element, we have the crime. We have the violence. We have everything that a big city, except we small, so that's why we don't really get it, it has. And for real, in Roanoke, ain't nothing open out the two but legs, bruh.
That's not necessarily true.
I'm just saying. What's IHOP?
IHOP, 7-Eleven,
Listen,
roller food.
Listen. 7-Eleven stay
even
open.
close down. But
And they open on Christmas.
But watch this though. This is what's happening because people been wilding out so much. Do you realize that Friday, after I left from being downtown, which, oh, by the way, I've lived in big cities, so I know big city is not going to shut down because you had a couple shootings. What they're going to do is increase the security. They're going to increase the police and harsher penalties, the police presence and harsher penalties. But now it's to a point where, man, every store, right? I just simply wanted to blacken mine out. That's all I wanted after leaving Chiska on Friday. I simply wanted to blacken mine out. Saturday. I had to drive all the way to Peters Creek. Was the only store that was open because everyone closes downtown because they don't want to have this balance. And man, I can't really keep on accepting that we can't find a way to be able to curtail that by being more present and doing more of like what we're doing right now. I'm not gonna lie. I feel that cities are not gonna sustain and businesses are gonna continue to move away, not because of the violence, because of the response that we have into it. I think the only way we can curtail this violence is meet it in the head. Stop acting like that story. I know that's what's been said and the old people say that and things like that, but we're in a different time now. We're in a different time where now you don't have to only work during the day. There are people who work around the clock. There are people who are now our community alone. Just think about it. One of the most profound young people we have coming out of Roanoke right now is a producer of hip hop music. And so therefore that plays in the clubs and stuff at night. We should be able to come out and enjoy that stuff. It should be able for us to have that understanding of how that goes into the flow without having the violence on the other side. That's where we're going to have to. I believe it's the 30 to 60 demographics responsibility to start getting more present, coming out and not saying, oh, because there's a couple shootings, I'm gonna stay in the house. Be aware of your surroundings and then make sure we know who the ones who's coming here to do it.
You know, a lot of us that's in that age group, we got kids almost 30.
That's right. So
we really can't be out with our babies like
that. We can. That's the beautiful we can. Tracy Parker's up in here, LaWanda Wells, Chris Finland is up in here, Alvin McCauley. Used to be a team mom back in the day. Come in, Miss Sandy Caldwell. Whitaker, appreciate you. Jeffrey Brown's up here. He said, "What up, Farmer?" I think that's the thing we got to get out of too.
I'm not saying that we can't, but at the end of the day, our age group has to actually set the example. We got to show the youngins that, hey, we can get together, we can have a good time, and everybody get home safe. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, are we gonna let a few bad apples spoil the bunch? Because we being older, we understand that this is the thing that the younger crowd is gonna go through. You're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose family. It's just something that, you know, it doesn't get any easier. It's always tough losing someone, but it's gonna happen. Yeah. It's gonna happen.
And we also have to take into account that now the world is more sensationalized in the fact that everyone has media devices to spread the news about something happening. So it may seem there's an uptick, but now there's just more access to the information. And that's the one thing that I want to stop doing, because we can keep talking about what's the issue, what's the problem. I got to say that, like we've been saying, until you change the culture, until you change the thought of what the overall goal is, it's not going to change what's been happening.
It's a Take It There Tuesday, and I got one set to really take the task today. Can't answer you right now.
That's why you can't be doing the show. That's why we can't do it. That's why.
Saying, I ain't put it on Do Not Disturb. Stop playing. But I gotta take one field of professionalism, and I gotta ask them, what was they thinking?
Who that?
That would be the Roanoke City Police Department.
When?
As far as handling the young lady's situation Sunday morning, I gotta ask them, what the hell was they thinking? This young lady got shot at 1-something in the morning. When I get up at 5 and look at my phone around 6 when the sun is out, this young lady is still laying on the curb, uncovered. Now, the person that put the picture up on Facebook, did the Facebook community take whoever they was to task and tell them they was dead wrong for what they done? Yes, they did. But what I'm saying is, the picture should have never ever had a chance to be snapped. Once you knew the young lady was dead, you not contaminating no evidence or anything if you just putting something over her so people can't see.
Yeah.
You're making things to the point where you're sensationalizing them for your own good. Because what good did it make for her to lay out there for 5 to 6 to 7 hours uncovered?
I agree, and we can go in that because that is, and I definitely don't want to seem insensitive because that's terrible. That should never happen.
What if the
and things
kids
like that.
woke up or something like that? You know what I'm saying? She got a young daughter. What if her daughter got a phone and she went on Facebook? Because what a lot of people don't understand is we have gotten to the point where when we was coming up, is if we didn't hear the phone, everything was cool. Bad news came in the newspaper. You feel me? Or somebody called the house once again. Now, when you roll over, the first thing you grab is your phone.
Yeah,
that's everybody.
It's a lot to go on, man. We definitely want to hear your opinions. We saw you, Taylor, responding. Yeah, man, and it's sad on both sides. But we do as a community have to do better as far as looking at the alternatives. More jobs are leaving. I think that also adds to some of the tension and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about that part of it, man, and see what we can continue to do to curtail this violence, man. We really want to hear your feedback. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Want to see what you got to say in the feed, and we'll be right back. All right.
Yes, so this season what we're doing is we're going to different local businesses and we're mixing in artists and people that are doing great things in the city like herself, and we're combining it into one. Thank you guys for rocking out with your girl JC Live with the JC Live Experience. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at JC Live 99, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. Hit that subscribe button.
My revenge may be bold and outspoken. My passion, bare and understated. Evidence of confusion on my lips. Regardless, it's me.
The Bradley Free Clinic provides free, compassionate, and high-quality medical, dental, pharmaceutical, and preventative health care services for Roanoke Valley residents who lack the resources necessary to maintain their health and productivity using volunteer healthcare professionals. Check them out on their website at bradleyfreeclinic.com.
Go back in time and in style with our tastefully remodeled Caboose cars. Whether you're looking for a romantic getaway, dream wedding night, or simply a stay in the beautiful mountains of Southwest Virginia, you won't be disappointed with the Caboose Bed and Breakfast at Apple Ridge. For more information, call or visit appleridge.org today.
back, man. And we definitely appreciate your comments and stuff on that. We're going to switch real quick, man, because this is the real thing. It's one thing to look about what's happening in our community and be outside looking in, but this is why I personally took it upon myself to say, hey, there's so much opportunity in historic Gainesboro for the mere fact that it is still in the community's ownership. And it just really was a heartbeat of what was to come, man. Producing businesses and an entrepreneurial mindset. Entrepreneurial mindset is so important. We are going to be teaching that, man, at the Web Academy starting here in August. It's another reason why we've been doing the Take Back Our Yard is to go ahead and, as we say, offer support to small businesses, nonprofits, independent artists, and other entrepreneurs. Because I personally believe that until we start creating entrepreneurs here that can start selling global products that start really bringing some revenue here, we're going to always be asking for someone like a Deschutes to come in and try to hold us down, whereas they saying, well, look, don't look like y'all want to do a whole bunch of yourselves. My personal opinion, but that kind of happened in a sense of seeing that Norfolk and Western was leaving, and now, man, in Roanoke.com, rail car maker Freight Car to close Roanoke factory and eliminate 200 jobs, man. It says workers will roll out the new steel wheels for rail cars at Freight Car America in 2011. Layoffs at the plant are scheduled to begin in September 20th, man. 200 people will be rendered jobless with the closing Freight Car America in Roanoke this fall, Mayor Lee said. The rail car maker announced it would save $5 million a year by shifting the work to an Alabama plant where the company has invested for growth. By November 11, 14 years. Alabama? They did not say where.
Oh, okay. I got people in Alabama. I gone down
You're going down there?
Yeah, that's $5 million, player. Don't play.
Too much. Of production at the former Norfolk Southern East End shops on Campbell Avenue will cease for good, the company said. A lot of people don't realize, man, that when the rail system is what kind of made Roanoke have a promise. Of course, Roanoke is always going to be there because the Roanoke River, always fed stuff being here, Big Lick and stuff like that, but we get into that. But when the industry changed, Industrial Revolution changed, and trains and stuff was going on, and they did have Norfolk Western, the train car, they built cars here, man, which put a lot of people to work, put a lot of people to business. But that technology has gone away. There's a lot more transportation stuff going on. But what a person will hear is the fact of laid off for 200 jobs. And who do we blame? Who do we blame in those scenarios? Who do we blame, or is it supposed to be blamed? What's your feeling on something like that there, Farmer?
I mean, at the end of the day, big business is big business. So if me and you sitting here and we trying to figure out how we can get the most bang for our buck, if we sitting here and we saying, hey, yeah, we make X amount in Roanoke, but then one of our homies call us somewhere else and be like, hey, you can make X amount here. We got to really sit down and think about what we're doing. Wow. So, I mean, it's tough that people are losing jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's really tough because, okay, now these parents got to figure out how they're going to feed their families. But at the end of the day, big business don't care about nobody, bruh.
Well, I mean,
if you die today working for a company, before we've officially put you in the ground, whether it be a week or 10 days, or even if it's quick because you got everything together, if it's 4 days, your position going up on the second or third day.
Has to, because the machine got to keep moving.
The machine got to keep moving.
The machine has to keep moving.
Everybody wants the machine to respect them. What we need to slow down and do is respect the machine. So being an entrepreneur is a way to say, okay, I'm not going to really be the machine, but I'm going to be a part of the machine.
I'm a cog. I'm going to add to it.
I'm a real cog instead of just working the machine.
Yeah.
Everybody can learn to work the machine.
Yeah.
But can you get in there and be the inner piece or the intertwine or the interlink to the machine? The two biggest employers of Roanoke right now is, of course, no brainer, Carilion, and the second is Roanoke City. Yeah. Which makes me understand or make me believe that we, as a bunch of stars, we have something to look to. I've looked at a star my whole life growing up. Wear the star on my chest. I believe in the star. The mere fact that it was given to the city by the Roanoke Chamber of Commerce
lets me know that our thing is to keep producing stars, not so they can go away, but so they can add to the fabric, man. And that's what I believe is going to be the only thing that's going to curtail this balance. I think it's going to be the only thing that's going to curtail businesses and stuff leaving, is when we do say, hey, it is okay to stay involved in the process, especially like ours. For I say 30 to 60, and I love what groups like, I saw them in the room, Trifecta, Humble Hustle, all those guys who are right there at that 30 mark. But us who get into this 40 tier, this 40 to 50 tier, I think is very crucial. And I think it's important that we continue to be present. And the fact that now most of us have worked jobs long enough that we can now start getting involved with the entrepreneur process. The entrepreneur process does not mean you got to go and start your own business. It means you understand the value of supporting small business. But we could talk about this on and on, but we want to stay in order. We do got to give it. Hey, do you see that man back there saying we got to get ready to go?
I know that, but hold on though.
What, boy? Go on. What?
They got a vigil Friday night.
Yeah.
Melrose Park.
Okay.
For all the violence.
Yeah, man.
If you feel any type of way about how anything is going in the city, you don't necessarily have to show up to say anything or to voice your opinion, but to show up, to just be in a prayer visual, because at this point the city does need just a little structure and a little understanding and a little peace. And August the 3rd though.
August 3rd.
Who gonna rock with me though?
Take back our yard.
Take back our yard, the junkyard.
Junkyard
we gave
band,
it to
man.
you for 25.
First time ever.
For real.
First time.
There's a lot of things going on that day.
Yeah.
But what about that night?
That's and the mere fact I'm still not. Roanoke MSA has close. When you look at Roanoke MSA, it's over 300,000 people in Roanoke MSA. We asking people from all over. That's why we go ahead and broadcast to the world from the beginning, from all over the area to come on through. So just because a couple other things going on, you probably one of the ones who haven't come out, who's got to add to the fabric. So come on out, man. Enjoy, especially my go head lovers. You're gonna love this. First time ever Junkyard Band being here. What you want to say to people before we get up out of here, man?
Don't cost you nothing to be nice. And for anybody, just remember, like I said when I first got here, know I was running a little late and everything. It don't cost you nothing to be nice, and them bodies don't fall off. They don't fall off, bro. If you get one, you got one until you a body. Just remember that.
We definitely want to send our condolences to the families who were lost in the midst of this, and definitely don't ever take that the mere fact of me saying that this is a city and those things happen, that we've been insensitive to that. As one was lost, my own son, fortunately I haven't really lost no one real close to me to violence, other than of course our friends and stuff that we lost in those things, but no like family. But death is death, and so therefore it displaces us and it gets our mental kind of going. We've got to heal, so really get involved. I'm excited to see Mosaic, Dr. Deneen Evans opening her practice. Of course, Sherman Lee Jr., what they're doing, the mental health stuff. So let's start adding that into the conversation as well. We do gotta get up out of here, but I always love to leave you by saying that thing inside of you. It's not a dream, it's your purpose. So set your sights on your targets and hit them, because the only one who can stop you is you. Once you truly start to believe in that thing and walk in your active faith, God will allow it to manifest, and I promise you it's not something I heard. It's something we're living every day, and so grateful for it. Being a broadcast live from the great city of Roanoke, Virginia, out to the world. It's a Daily Grind show, man. Yeah, shouts out to 3 Notch, as well as Sir Cap, all those who have been a sponsor for Take Back Our Yard. Of course, this week we're really going to be pushing it, because it's a fundraiser, y'all. It's not just a concert we trying to say it's a dope concert. This concert we have is going to keep establishing this entrepreneur mindset, giving these businesses that we need here the support to keep their lights and stay open. So we need your help in order to do that. But we got to go, man. See you tomorrow, all right?
Peace.
Have a good day, y'all.